Virginia has asked the U.S. Supreme Court to intervene to allow the state to remove roughly 1,600 voters from its rolls that it believes are non-citizens. The request comes after a federal appeals court unanimously upheld a federal judge's order which restored the registrations of those 1,600 voters whom the judge said were illegally purged under an executive order by the state's Republican governor. Now, Governor Glenn Youngkin says that he ordered the daily removals in an effort to keep non-citizens from voting. But U.S. District Judge Patricia Giles ruled late last week that Youngkin's program was illegal under federal law because it systematically purged voters during a 90-day quiet period ahead of the November election. The Justice Department and a coalition of private groups sued to block Youngkin's removal program earlier this month. They argued that the quiet period is in place to ensure that legitimate voters aren't removed from the rolls by bureaucratic errors or last-minute mistakes that can't be rectified in a timely manner. Now, Virginia also argues that requiring these changes less than a week before the presidential election is bound to create confusion, which will create a massive influx of work for its registrars in the critical week before the election and likely confusing non-citizens into believing that they are eligible to vote. The Fourth Circuit opinion was written by Toby Haytens, who is a Biden appointee, and was joined by Chief Judge Albert Diaz and Judge Stephanie Thacker, both who were Obama appointees. The panel emphasized, as Giles did in her initial ruling, that the state is within its rights to remove non-citizens from the voter rolls even during the 90-day quiet period, but must do so in an individualized process rather than the systematic process relying on data transfers which come from the Department of Motor Vehicles. Nearly 6 million Virginians are registered to vote, and this is a very hot topic as we come closer to Election Day. We will follow this story closely here at Star News and bring you updates as updates are made available right here.